Awimbaway and...
Good afternoon, y'all. I'm Danny Riggs, and welcome to an especially strange, particularly peculiar, a wildly weird, and utterly unusual, Intel Mysterious! Frankly freaky, slightly stupid, and audaciously awkward episode of Merch Mania here on ResTube. And I said especially strange because this is sort of a strange story. It went like this. I posted some pictures on Instagram of Jules and mine 2017 visit to the Eyeball Museum, titling them Nerdvana Parts 1, 2, and 3. One of those pics shows me looking into a display case with an original eyeball helmet from the Wormwood Tour era. In the caption of the photo, I wrote, "Oh, what a big eye you have. Creative, I know. Visiting the one and only Eyeball Museum." Out of the blue, someone commented asking where the museum is and saying that she wanted to make a donation to them. As it turned out, the comment was from Kaosmic McBobcat, a performance art dancer and recording artist in San Francisco. Like our beloved residents, Kaosmic was born in Louisiana before moving to the Bay Area. The first message she ever sent me started with the word meowdy, as in a cat saying howdy, and immediately I felt I was in good hands. She told me about her own recording and performance history, and I was pleasantly baffled. A live recording with Faust, recorded in Death Valley, recordings and live shows with David Allen of Gong, performing with Crash Worship. Yeah, Crash Worship. She told me of her work at Burning Man, and after she wrote she had recorded with Trey Spruance, as in from Mr. Bungle, among others, I was floored. He once, and I quote, performed an amazing piece with William Wynant for one of Kaosmic's gallery shows in the 90s. Her body is on the cover of a Secret Chiefs 3 album. She sent me this picture. I'm in this photo. I'm performing my very dark song, Angels of Blood, with my band, Silva Mind Control. I love that spelling, by the way. I'm playing gamelan, tabla, and synthesizer through multiple effects, singing through harmonizer unit, wearing an antique wedding dress that is covered in blood from many of my performances and rituals, my own. So I'm still relaxed, right? Yeah, totally. I wore that dress in an amazing performance with Faust, mid-90s in Death Valley. Each performer and band member was on small hills surrounding the audience in the valleys between. I played singing bowls, tabla, fireworks at sunset as percussive accents, and operatic singing with echoes. Yeah, so I'm totally cool, right? I worked on a mini-opera with Laurie Amat, created costumes for A String of Pearls with J. Raoul Brody. Yep, not envious at all. Not starstruck at all. There was another very interesting fact she shared with me, but I'll make you wait for it just like I did. Aside from her career in the performing arts, Kaosmic also happened to have been the one who made eyeball jewelry sold by the U-Web fan club starting 1989. She wrote that she still had some of the jewelry and would like to donate some pieces to the Eyeball Museum. I contacted Andreas and he said, cool. Well, actually he said a lot more than that, but it was all in German. Do you speak German? No? Okay then, I'll spare you. Then she said I could use her husband's PayPal, and then she was all like, he's Philo Drummond, co-founder of the Church of the SubGenius. And for a second I thought she was pulling my leg. But no, it's true. In case you're not aware, the Church of the SubGenius was founded in the late 70s by Reverend Ivan Stang, the Great Scribe, and by Philo Drummond, the Overman. In reality, their organization was only a continuation of the original Church of the SubGenius founded by J.R. Bob Dobbs in 1953. As for the philosophy of the church, their central tenet is slack. What that means you'll have to define for yourself, but the word slack is derived from the English word slacker, which can be a derogative word for someone who doesn't have control of their life or a situation. That is called slacking off. But back to dogma. The prime philosophy of the church would be, fuck 'em if they can't take a joke. Or, as Ivan Stang once said, if Jim Jones could talk 900 people into killing themselves, we could talk 900 people into sending us $1. To allow you to discover their ideology and story on your own, I won't elaborate further, but believe me, check it out. You won't regret it. It's a beautiful anti-establishment organization with a fascinating philosophy and an unbelievable history. There's a documentary called J.R. Bob Dobbs and the Church of the SubGenius, which really paints a picture of the compelling complexity of the church and its outrageous origins and enlightening entertainment. One more footnote I will drop is that the church is affiliated with the Residents, Devo, Robert Crumb, Paul Rubens, aka Pee Wee Herman, Matt Greening, and Penn Jillette, among others. It was in this scene that Kaosmic McBobcat made contact with the Res and became the one to make the jewelry we're about to look at. So here I am, facilitating a donation from a prolific artist to a museum dedicated to one of my favorite groups, and scoring some major memorabilia for myself in the process, and paying Bob Dobbs to do it. Well, not really, but you get what I mean, right? Andy clued me in about Uncle Willie's eyeball buddies selling earrings with UWeb tags, and he told me that he only ever saw them for sale with pink tags. He, of course, has other colors, but those are probably variants. You know nerds love that kind of. So, when Kaosmic said that she used other tags and told me how much she had left, I thought I'd surprise Andy. And I am looking forward to opening this box like crazy. So let's get to it. Apparently, these plastic eyeball earrings were initially sold by a jewelry store called Tokens in California in 1989 before becoming Residents merchandise. It was the boss of Tokens that reached out to the Res, leading to UWeb selling earrings. And these are the very last of the eyeball earrings that Tokens sold with original tags. Only 3 of these were left, each with its original color brand name. For the rest of the remaining earrings, Kaosmic made hand-drawn tags. There were 5 of these sets of earrings in the box, and 1 loose pair without a tag. One thing Andy didn't know was that there were also keychains and necklaces made with the same plastic eyes. All these also came with hand-drawn tags. Kaosmic said she wanted to donate 3 pairs of earrings, 3 keychains, and 3 necklaces to the Eyeball Museum. Knowing Andy and seeing that there are more than 3 variants of earrings, I have a feeling we might have to arm wrestle to decide who gets what.
Ooh, so watch your back, Eyeball Andy, because MC Riggsy's coming for you, and he's gonna find you, and he's gonna put the hurt on your eyeball helmet. Ooh.
But seeing that Kaosmic was so kind to include a total of 8 keychains, I would like to give one away to one of you watching now. Stay tuned till the end of the video to find out how to enter this giveaway, and pay attention. Aside from this astonishing collection of antique merch variants, there is something else in this box that is equally intriguing. Kaosmic had her husband, Philo Drummond, include some vintage swag from the church, including 2 copies of this tabloid. Each one is signed, to the Eyeball Museum and to myself respectively. The last goodies in our box of treats are these stickers featuring J.R. Bob Dobbs and his famous pipe. I am pleasantly stunned with the sheer coolness of this box. What a weirdly wonderful way to make some new adored acquaintances and to be able to make a buddy of mine happy along the way. And all of it thanks to a shared love for an art collective. Disney was right. It's a small world after all. Especially for us weirdos. If only there was a cool way to get this stuff to Andreas. If only we could film a reaction video of him for Kaosmic and Philo. Well, you just can't have everything, I guess. Or can you? If only I believed in my own slack so much. Just strong enough to, you know.
Jules, Danny, what are you doing here?
Good afternoon, y'all. I lost my bunny ears. Welcome to an especially strange. The first message she, and its outrageous origins and enlightening intent. A donation from a prolific artist to a museum. Who writes this anyway? To a museum.
Ooh.
Okay, I know. I said giveaway, right? Okay. Here's what you have to do. There's a posting for this video on Facebook. It's in all 3 of the big Res fan groups called Ralph Records and 2 called The Residents. It's also on the Facebook page of Mr. Riggsy's ResTube. I want you to share that post. I want you to share that post like you've never shared a post before. On your profile, in groups, send it to friends. I don't care. Share the hell out of it. The more times you share it, the more times you end up on Mr. Riggsy's Good Res fan list. On Sunday, the 19th of September, there will be a ResTube live stream where you can watch us pick the winner. And Jules said we'd be having cookies, so make sure to bring some too. And share that post. Spread the word of Bob Dobbs, Plastic Jewelry, and the Eyeball Museum.
Giveaway.
Bob Dobbs, Plastic Jewelry, and the Eyeball Museum.
Giveaway.
Bob Dobbs, Plastic Jewelry, and the Eyeball Museum.
Giveaway.
Job Robs, Static Foolery, and the Bifall You'll See 'em.
Hippoplay.
Hobnobs, Flaccid Stoolery, and the Wycall to Seaman.